All right, so welcome to another Camaro restoration episode. And in this episode, we're going to kind of shift gears a little bit, take a break from doing all this cleaning and pressure washing and grinding and all the things that we've been doing. I got the rear axle out in the last video, and it's still sitting right here in the same place that it was. And I just haven't had a chance to do any kind of work on it. I'm probably going to work on it a little bit this weekend, but I haven't done anything with it. So I shifted gears a little bit, and I'm like, I got to do something about this trunk lid. And the reason that I had the trunk open is because I'm going to clean and wire wheel this trunk down and paint it on the inside, and the trunk lid kept coming down and hit me in the head. And if anybody has one of these cars or the thousands of cars that GM put those trunk torsion springs in, you know that most of them don't work and the trunk lids just don't stay up. And my trunk lid is no exception. It is obviously staying up right now, but the slightest bit of pressure, and there she comes. And this thing, I wouldn't say my torsion springs are broken. I would just say they're flat, worn out. So it will stay up if you put it in the most upright position. But if you're down here and you're doing stuff, I can't really wiggle the car right now. It's on jack stands. But if you're down here doing stuff, messing around, this thing will come down on your head. And that doesn't feel very good, does it? So I know you guys have seen the people who carry the prop rod, the broomstick handle, whatever it is, to keep these trunk lids up, but that's not the look I'm going for in any way. So I started doing research on these torsion springs, how to replace them, because I want my trunk lid to function better. And what I learned and what I found out was total pain in the you-know-what to replace these things. Very difficult to do, and there's nothing to say that this new set won't go bad on you, and if they do, you got to start all over. So I went on Summit Racing, punched in, torsion spring 78 Camaro, and all these options come up, and these things are about, I don't know, 50 bucks roughly, and you got to buy two of them, and they come in from each side, and you have to go under, you have to get in the car and go down into the rear deck lid, is my understanding, to get these things replaced, and then to replace them again, real pain in the you-know-what. So I'm looking at this after watching some videos on how to do this and not feeling very good about it. And I stumbled upon another product offering that's out there, and it's made by a company called Motorsports, and it's a billet aluminum strut trunk prop kit. I don't know if I said that the right way, but essentially it's an alternative to the torsion springs. I jumped on it, and I'm going to tell you, Motorsports makes some super high quality stuff. Their billet aluminum is top of the line, and the price point's a little bit higher. So the kit that I bought was about $100, and I believe you can get the two torsion springs for about 50 bucks. So you got to weigh out those options. I get it, it's a trunk, but I really like the look of this kit, and I'll show it to you in just a minute. And I went ahead and took the plunge and bought it. And just for the record, I am not sponsored by Motorsports. I actually wish I was. They make some really cool stuff, and I'll show you in just a second. They didn't send me this product. I've actually never even heard of Motorsports prior to looking for these torsion springs, and I'm glad I stumbled upon them because they make a lot of cool products for the second-gen Camaros. All right, so let's go take a look at what you get when you order this kit. All right, so here's the kit, and this is the box that it comes in, Motorsports, and again, I got this from Summit, and that is the part number right there, 70 to 81 Camaro strut kit for trunk hinge black anodized aluminum, MS148-07BA. So that's the this is actually the packaging, and that's it. That's all you get. And in that packaging is this piece, and these two pieces go together. This is the bottom piece. Here's the strut. There's the locks for the strut, and then all your hardware right here. And you can get some instructions. They're black and white instructions, and for $100, come on guys, print out some color instructions. But to kind of give you a feel for what this is going to look like, that's what it's going to look like. And so basically what it does is replace your torsion springs that are kind of hidden from view, and it puts this strut out there. But it's easy to get to, it's easy to install, and it's easy to repair if anything was to ever go wrong with it. So the other thing that you have to have is a couple of basic tools, and you got to have a 1/4-inch drill bit, 5/16. I got a marker here to mark your spots for drilling, flathead screwdriver, Allen head. I'd highly recommend a punch to make sure when you do drill into your car that it stays put and it doesn't wander on you. and obviously some type of drill to drill the holes, and that's really it. Sockets to tighten up these nylocks here. Pretty basic hand tools for this installation, and I've actually already installed this, and then I took it back off so that I could show you guys, and it goes on really easy. You got your washers here, and then these pieces here, and I'll show you how these pieces work. So included in this, and this is not for the faint of heart right here, Eddie Motorsports True American Billet Aluminum, catalog number 10, and I'm going to flip to page 7 because I know it's on page 7, and check that out. I mean, that is some really high quality stuff, which kind of helps you understand the price point there. But man, this catalog will get you in trouble. This catalog doesn't even have prices for stuff, and when it doesn't have prices for stuff, you know you're in trouble. But a lot of cool billet stuff, billet products. I mean, hinges, hood hinges. I mean, those things are so cool looking. Water thermostat housings, and just a unique company that makes some really high quality stuff. Steering wheels, I didn't even see that part before. I thought I had kind of looked through everything, but I missed that. Battery boxes, fire extinguishers, accessories. Really cool stuff. All right, let's get into the installation of this, and let me show you how easy this is. All right, so it's a little hard to see in that picture, but essentially this is going to mount equal to your bottom trunk hinge, and you're going to put it up against the drip rail, take the weather stripping off, and drill that 1/4-inch hole right here, and then you're going to come back and drill those two 5/16 holes, and that's it for your bottom mount. You're going to bolt these through, these larger ones here with these nylocks, and you're going to put that in, and then this is your top mount right here, and this one's a little bit different, but easy to do. All right, so this is the bottom mount for this kit, and there's 3 holes, and it's got a lip you can see there, and this is your drip rail right here, and you want to line this up to where it's even with your rear hinge, and then you just kind of slide it up there, and you're going to make a dot, and you can see I've already drilled these holes. You're going to make a dot with your marker right there. I would again punch that and then drill a hole. Once you get that first one lined up, then you're going to want to come back here, and they say, I believe in the instructions, they say to go in from the bottom and come up and make your marks and drill up, but I kind of cheated a little bit. Maybe this isn't really cheating. And I put my bolt through there till it went into the hole, and then I kind of did it from the top because it's a little easier to do from the top, in my opinion, than it is the bottom. And that's it for the bottom mount. Once you drill your holes, all you got to do is bolt it in and tighten it down, and reinstall your weather stripping. Of course, mine, I'm a long way from weather stripping on mine, but that's it for the bottom mount. All right, so for the top mount, you have this piece here, and then you have this piece here, this little part right here, and that lines up with the holes in the top mount, and this is going to go behind your trunk lid, and then it's going to screw. You're going to screw it into these holes. You got to line these up and screw it in, and this little aluminum piece right here is threaded. So let me show you what that looks like on the car. All right, so this is the top of your trunk lid, and so you're going to barely thread that piece on there, and then it's going to go in just like that, and you can line it up later, but they want you to push it all the way up into the corner and then parallel with this line right here. And I can't really show you because I'm holding the camera in one hand, but all the way up and then even with that body line right there. And once you do that, you're going to mark those 2 holes and drill them out. You can tell that I already did that. And then you have to line up the back so that the bolts will thread in there, the screws will thread in there. And then once you do that, you just tighten everything up, and that's your top mount. And I'm going to leave it right there because I'm going to show you the finished product here in just a second. All right, so there's the bottom mount all tightened up and put in, and there's the top mount. Really nice looking billet aluminum, and you can kind of see where we're going with this. We're now going to attach the strut from here to here. The strut comes with these little locks here. You've got to take your screwdriver and kind of just put it in like that and pop them off. Real easy to do, and you can mount this strut either way. It says in the directions, it doesn't matter which way. All right, and after you mount your strut, you've got to put the little locking caps back on. I used a little dead blow hammer and just tap that in on both sides, and you're good to go. All right, so fairly easy installation to do. Yeah, you do have to drill a couple holes in your car, and that may not be what you want to do. Didn't bother me a bit. One thing I didn't point out is that when you do drill these upper mounts, make sure you don't go through your trunk. So be really careful. Highly recommend a new or sharp drill bit for that. All right, so let's check this thing out and see how it works. Now, you know, before I could just barely touch this thing and it would come falling down, and now it doesn't move. Shuts. Got quite a bit of force there pushing it back up. I turn the key. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So no problem, no binding. Really smooth operation. Got a little rattle to it at the end there, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Very happy with that installation, very happy with that product. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different, something kind of fun to do for me anyways. I'll probably end up having to take this thing off because I'm probably going to have the car painted and it's going to have to come back off. But I wanted to get it mounted because I'm going to be doing a lot of work in the trunk, like I said, and getting that cleaned up. You know, all the crap that's in there. Luckily for me, I don't have any rust or anything like that to deal with, just some dirt and some, there must have been carpet in there before because I've got some adhesive on there, but pretty cool. I really like it. Check it out, Eddie Motorsports. I got mine on summit.com. Again, not sponsored by Eddie Motorsports, but just a high quality product, and cost you a little bit more than the normal torsion springs, but how much easier is it going to be to maintain this? The worst that can happen is that strut rod goes out and you got to pick up a new one, and it take you about, I don't know, 2 or 3, maybe 5 minutes to change out. So I think pretty cool option. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. All right, really appreciate you guys checking out this video. Thank you for your support. And as always, thanks for watching.